fuel subsidy. Unfortunately, the budget that gives before as involved and what I had is that no provision is there for fuel subsidy. The fuel subsidy is gone.
If you prepare the mind of Nigerians that the challenge that we find ourselves today will require a lot of patience and goodwill, people won't be making demands for day one. If you leave the subsidy as it is, it's going to rupture our economy. If you remove it before we recover, it's going to come with some pain. The governments must have the courage to tell Nigerians this. All the previous government that has attempted to remove the subsidy, the fear of outcome of how Nigerians will behave has compelled them over the time to quickly draw back. The moment Obasanjo tried to remove it, Nigeria reacted, he pushed back. The same thing, Jonathan. I was part of a protest against Jonathan for subsidy removal that will occupy Ojota at that time. But our view that time was that let's plug all the holes. If you plug all the holes, there won't be need for subsidy. Plugging holes means that let's repair our refineries. Once we repair our refineries, which was our fight against Jonathan at that time, but things is a bit more severe now, and it requires Nigerians to understand the capacity of the government as of today. And that's the area the president needs to offer explanation to Nigerians, that the point at which we find ourselves today is a situation where there is no Eldorado in the next 1 or 2 years. That's the reality. So for people who want to hear the president say in a week's time we should be plucking money from the tree, it's not their fault. It was how the government has prepared the mind. So it's not late. They need to activate their public engagement with the people. Very, very important. So that people will realize that where we have gotten to in Nigeria today, we should be held responsible for allowing this rot to come in. And to remove the rot, we find ourselves, anybody that is saying that the rot will go after 1 or 2 weeks, it's actually deceiving us. So the expected challenge that will come with the removal of subsidy is this. When an empire is falling down, people will make fast money. The moment you want to build an empire back, the people making that money will resist it. Subsidy has become a conduit pipe for so many people. If you remove it, they will resist it. That resistance is part of sabotage is part of it. The subsidy issue has become a crime, and it has grown into an international dimension. When the government of the day is making any attempt to stop. So the attempt to stop subsidy, we are going to face very severe difficulty as a people. So what we need to do is rally around the government too. If you carry out any protest, shows clearly that we have problem of understanding the situation we find ourselves today. So one, the government must increase the public engagement and explain the critical condition we find ourselves today. Let the people understand. Nobody in your government at the moment is responsible for why we got to where we are today. So why will you not explain to Nigerians that where we find ourselves is important for Nigerians and the government to put our heads together how we're going to come out of it. If you want to repair a rot all over, it's a universal standard. There is a price for it. The part of the price for it is that you must be ready to sacrifice. Once you remove the subsidy, the recovery period, the gestation period, the difficulty that will come. You have to bear it. So for me as a civil society, a seasoned civil society of over 3 decades, I am not going to deceive Nigerians. There's a clear challenge ahead. And that clear challenge, the best way out of which is to offer a high level of understanding, support, and commitment for the government. If the government finds its way and we find our way, we are in for another 4 years of crisis. But if we join hand with the government to combat what is staring us in the face, there's a likelihood that after 1-2 years, it's going to be that way we are also expecting. Otherwise, we are going to be, it's going to be another 4 years of Tinubu did a lot. Tinubu has the capacity. I know he has the capacity. But if you have the capacity and you do not prepare a proper template for you to succeed, to put your intellect into use, there will be a problem. So one of the first and the most important thing for the president to do, like I said, is to initiate a public engagement with the people where you explain the capacity the government can go at the moment. And the capacity the government can go at the moment is that the subsidy must go. There's no way you can say it. The courage must be there for the president to say it. The subsidy must go. And the subsidy must go. It will come with pain. And that is what Nigerians don't want to hear. We must be able to hear it. We must be ready to hear it. The moment cannot come. Subsidy ruptures our economy. We borrow money to pay debt. That's how it is. You want your children to enjoy good life, you are borrowing money. So it must go. Subsidy must go. There is no money available to subsidize again. And we are borrowing. So that's not good for our economy. You can't be borrowing money and be wasting it away. Countries don't prosper like that. There is no guarantee of survival or prosperity for Nigeria with the economy model where subsidies is there. There's no guarantee of prosperity. So that's somebody of what we need to say. For government, that is it. For the people, that is it. And for us, the media and other people who manage information, we must be able to take part in preparing the mind of Nigerians for what we have said.